What's up mga bay? Welcome po sa aking channel, Bay Arley. So ito, ang papanoorin natin ngayon ay walang iba kundi si Orbix Hill. So yun mga bay, ngayon ko lang nalaman na hindi lang pala exploration yung yung mga video ni Orbix Hill mga bay. So ito tingin ko isang compilation ito ng mga mga scary videos mga bay. So ayun, ang title ng video ni Orbix Hill ay 8 Very Terrifying and Disturbing Things Caught on Doorbell Camera. So ayun, wag na nating patagalin pa mga bay. Samahan nyo na ako, panoorin na natin to. Let's go! Uy, nangyari dito? Parang zombie
On November 30th, 2021, a woman in Dallas posted footage of a man standing outside her apartment door late at night. This incident, which was captured by her
wala pa sigurong makitang lugar na pag-i-explorean to si Orbix Hill, kaya nag-compile lang siya ng mga video mga bay.
Ring doorbell camera raised significant concerns as the man had been stalking her and standing outside her door almost every night. She stated that she has contacted the police about this problem she's been dealing with since October 31st, but according to her, not much was done from the authorities to keep this man away. Here is what she recorded.
Wala ba ibang tao sa apartment na to? Tatayo lang Parang gangster to Turn off natin to option. Ano trip nito? Ba't nakatayo lang siya? Baka Wagi.
In the videos that are shown, the man just stands there while occasionally talking to himself. At one point, you can see a beer in his hand before he walks away. Minutes later, he returns to the door stumbling, seemingly drunk. He then grabs the door handle in an attempt to enter the woman's apartment.
Gagi. Kapitbahay lang siguro niya to.
On December the 2nd, she posted an update stating that she is now safe and that security guards of the apartment are regularly patrolling the halls, making sure she's okay. This next video captures the shocking incident involving a middle-aged Asian couple targeted in what appears to be a follow home-style robbery by a masked man wielding a gun. This alarming event took place in southern Seattle, Washington. The footage was initially shared on Reddit by user Wilmock. Here's what their ring
ito kasi problema na bahay doon sa doon sa Amerika. Walang bakuran yung bahay nila, kaya mabilis mapasukan ng mga ganyang magklaseng mga tao.
Camera captured.
Akala ko ito na yung uy. Buti na sara agad yung pinto. Kinuha pa yung camera. Bagi.
The woman noticed the intruder just in time and swiftly locked the door, preventing him from entering the home. Shortly afterward, the man noticed the Ring camera and began to destroy it. To make matters even more frightening, just before the camera cut off, it revealed that the intruder was not acting alone.
May kasama pa.
Shortly after the video was posted, it quickly garnered attention with numerous Reddit users. They pointed out a disturbing pattern of a string of similar robberies occurring in the area. These concerns were later substantiated by local news outlets in Seattle.
This video shows one of the crimes that were part of a frightening spree last year across South Seattle. Tonight, 2 men accused of taking part in these robberies now face hate crime charges. Thursday, King County prosecutors charged Chavez Tubbs and DeMarcus Pate, saying the two targeted Asian households and in some cases forced their way in while identifying themselves as Seattle police.
This next incident occurred on May 8th, 2022 in Houston, Texas, when a man identified as 29-year-old Joshua Deloach enters the house and confronts his roommate Justin Iwuji with a weapon.
Gagi, nakapasok.
What? Down. Huh? On your knees. Bro. On your knees now. On your knees. Bro. On your knees. What's the issue? I'm not gonna say it one more time. Bro, what's the issue? On your knees now. What's the issue? I'm not around. What's the issue? On your knees now. What's the issue? Whatever you want. What's the issue? You. Be quiet.
Immediately after this incident, Joshua DeLoach stole $6,000 in jewelry from his roommate and then proceeded to tie him up and forced him in the trunk of his own car.
This morning, a man charged with robbing and kidnapping his own roommate finally arrested.
A wild story, and this man is now expected in court coming up this morning. 29-year-old Joshua DeLoach seen here in this surveillance home video, accused of pointing a gun at his roommate earlier this month when he was asked to pay his rent or get out. He allegedly stole $6,000 and jewelry from his roommate, then tied up his roommate and put him in the trunk of his own car.
Luckily, Justin managed to escape with the help of a bystander. Joshua DeLoach was arrested about 2 weeks later, on May 20th of that year. Late one night in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, a woman named Savannah captured something absolutely terrifying on her Ring camera. At around 10:20 p.m., a man appeared at her front door. He began violently slamming his body against the woman's door, trying to force his way inside. After several attempts, the man stumbled back and fell over the porch railing. Terrified, the woman calls the police. Here's what happened.
Parang zombie ah. Parang may dugo yung mukha niya. Gagi. Katakot naman to.
The Myrtle Beach Police
Kita nyo naman, walang bakuran yung mga bahay nila, kaya ang bilis pasukan ng mga ganitong tao.
Department reported that the officers took the man to the hospital for treatment and was later arrested. It's quite obvious the man was under the influence of drugs or was possibly having some sort of manic episode. Either way, this would have been terrifying to experience. This next video shows a bizarre moment that occurred in January 2019 in the city of Salinas, California. The man, identified as Roberto Daniel Arroyo, was recorded by a Ring doorbell camera as he spent several hours in the early morning licking the doorbell of a family's home. The homeowners, who were not at home at the time, were alerted to the unusual activity through the Ring system's motion detection feature. Here's what it recorded.
Gagi. Ibang klase. Kaya nasa isip nito. Ba't ganyan ginagawa niya? Gagi. Baliw, sira ulo siguro to.
The Salinas Police Department used the video evidence to identify Arroyo, who has been cited by the department in the past. Arroyo faced misdemeanor charges related to prowling and theft. But the primary concern for many was the clear need for mental health intervention given the nature of his actions. This is truly disturbing. This next video shows a man peering in the window of a 22-year-old model from Florida. She installed a Ring camera on her front door and shortly after caught footage of the stalker creeping around her house. The man appeared minutes after she arrived home, indicating he was likely following her.
Ginagawa nito. Stalker siguro to kasi bahay ng model tong inano niya.
Despite repeated reports to the police, no action was taken, and the stalker returned a week later. Feeling unsafe, the woman has since moved away from the area. This next video shows the terrifying moment a man broke into a family's home. The man, later identified as Jonathan Gonzalez, entered the home while a mother and her baby were asleep. The home security camera recorded him quietly moving around the bedroom before approaching the sleeping woman and behaving inappropriately.
May bata pa natutulog. Ba't ang kalat ng
Police
kwarto?
identified Gonzalez, who was a former friend of the family, as a suspect early on, but lacked solid evidence until they conducted a search of his home. They found clothing matching what was seen in the footage and digital evidence placing him at the scene. This case was so disturbing it garnered widespread media coverage. In this video, you can see a strange man sneaking up to the ground floor window of a 24-year-old woman's duplex in Hudson, Wisconsin. The footage, captured by a doorbell camera, shows the strange man getting extremely close to the window as he peers through the woman's blinds. This occurred on at least 3 separate nights before his arrest. The women that lived here only noticed something suspicious was happening because of the footprints the man left in the snow that led to their window.
Kasi ang hirap pag walang bakod yung bahay. Ang bilis
The man in the
pasukan ng
video,
mga
who was later
masasamang
identified as
tao.
Robert Cecina, was the executive president of the 3M company at the time.
An executive at 3M is accused of stalking a woman and peeping in her home's windows.
This case started when the victims opened their blinds and saw footprints in the snow by the ground level windows. Then they put up a video camera that caught the man returning. Hudson police responded when a neighbor saw a man outside the home who looked just like the person in the video, which was captured and circulated among neighbors the night before. Police say they traced the vehicle leaving the scene to Cessna, and in the criminal complaint write that Robert looked exactly like the person in their surveillance camera footage, especially his hairline. Cessna denied it was him, but police say his story conflicts with his wife's story about what they did that night. According to police, several neighborhood witnesses helped them identify Cessna and his vehicle.
Prosecutors charged Cecina with felony stalking. 4 women, including a teenage girl, were living inside. But rather than take the case to trial, the St. Croix County District Attorney offered a plea deal that will likely leave Cecina with a clean criminal record. The stalking charge is dropped, and instead, less serious misdemeanor trespassing and disorderly conduct charges added.
To the crime of disorderly conduct, count 2, what is your plea?
No contest. Cecina pleaded no contest, meaning he admits there's enough evidence to convict him, but a conviction won't go on his record unless he reoffends in the next 3 years.
Disappointed.
This mother and 16-year-old daughter live in that home and say despite this not being a serious crime in the eyes of the law, it's had a very serious impact on them.
I'm a lot more jumpy.
You look under your car, around your car, at the corner side of your house before you go in. We carry mace.
They're also upset the court process didn't reveal Cecina's motivation.
Cecina technically is not on probation. He's going to be monitored by the St. Croix County District Attorney's Office. And again, they will dismiss the charges if he goes 3 years without reoffending.
Hindi nakuha yung hustisya. Pinawalang sala yung yung stalker. So yun mga bay, natapos din natin yung video. Ibang klase din mag-compile to si Orbix Hill. Akala ko exploration lang yung ginagawa niya. Nag-compile na rin pala siya ng ng mga ganitong mga video. So ayun, subscribe kayo kay Orbix Hill mga bay. Maganda rin yung mga exploration niya. Tsaka yung compilation niya, mga video na scary videos.